Well, Gabe Prisky, NoeticGames.com. Man, you are, I guess you, a teenage idol of the game industry. I mean, 17 years old, and you say, heck, I'm not going to college. I'm just going to make games.
Yeah.
And this game, See No Evil, I mean, I just looked at it. I'm not a gamer, but my heart just falls in love with this character you have. I mean, it is just so compelling. I mean, you feel that this is a real person. You feel empathy for this little character you've developed, and the music is fascinating. But more importantly, man, you even finished high school online so you could keep doing 3D drawings and stuff, and now you told your dad you're not going to do that, and you started this game, See No Evil. You raised money, almost $2,500, on Kickstarter. Man, as a kid, 17 years old, doing this stuff. Yeah. So how did you get people to give you money? Where are all these people from? How do you
Okay,
know?
so
Yeah.
yeah, first I was 18 when I did the Kickstarter. I'm 20 now, so I'm not
Okay.
not still so. But I'm yeah. Yeah, it was crazy, man. I was working full time at the time at a game studio, Trendy, who makes Dungeon Defenders, and I loved it there. It was really cool, but I just needed to do my own thing. I've always loved the idea of what games could be more than I enjoyed playing games themselves. So I started working on See No Evil while I was there, and I was doing like 8 hours at the studio and then like 8 hours at home, which is wild. And after a while, I left Trendy and I put it up on Kickstarter, and yeah, it doesn't seem real. Like the first half got funded by like people who are already fans of the game and stuff, and then I went like there was a good period of time where like money just like wasn't coming into it, and so we were getting really worried, and that's when we did the kind of thing you're talking about. Like we contacted different like marketing things and just kind of saw and played with them some, and they really didn't really do much. And we started after a while. I was like, man, this isn't working. So I put it up on Steam Greenlight to see if we can get it on Steam, and like just started marketing it myself. And the day we put it up on Greenlight, it got overfunded.
Wow, no kidding. Now
Yeah.
Greenlight is, I mean, Stream is where you put games to sell to the public, correct? But now back on Kickstarter, I mean, you had something like, I don't know, 700 people on Facebook already, right, when you did this? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So was that your basic universe that you got the money from, that people
Yeah.
already?
So we were talking about the game before the Kickstarter,
I see.
and just like getting people interested.
Yeah.
And yeah, between my Facebook and the See No Evil Facebook and Twitter, we just sort of like obnoxiously yelled about the game, and people started listening. So
So did you get people like publicity people who came after you? Hey, give us $1,000 and we'll help you and all this kind
all
of
over
stuff.
the place. Yeah, I'm
Really?
like, yeah, it was always like $1,000 too. I'm like, I'm raising $2,000. I'm not giving you half.
Right. That's crazy. So in other words, so you did this, and you got your $2,500 without spending a nickel on publicity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really just banging your own list enough times to say about how good this was, right?
Well, I think there's a fine line between just
Yeah.
like yelling about your product and intelligently like analyzing the market, seeing like where you can say things, when you can say things,
see.
finding forums where people are, finding different websites where people are, and then once you find those things, posting at the right time of day is important.
Oh, really?
Like
Wow.
tweeting on Tuesday, either around like 9 or like around lunchtime, are like the times when the most people respond to your tweets.
Nice.
And this is all stuff that's available online. Like this kind of knowledge, you just kind of look up, and posting on different forums, you see like when people respond the most. So just like knowing those things, having
Yeah.
something cool to show, and then like showing it on every site you can find.
So in other
Um,
words, you really just searched on the internet to find people who are interested in games, right?
right.
And you found whether like forums or gatherings of
Yeah.
gamers, and you tell them about your new site, right?
Yeah, it's a weird enough thing that we're trying to do that it drew some attention. Yeah.
Right. Oh, wonderful. Well, it got your first business and game off the ground. Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems to me. So now, I mean, people want to play the game or find out more about your games, and you want to see this game. It's wonderful. Kickstarter program is over, but you're still able to buy the game at noeticgames.com. That's Noeticgames. See, unlike you, I went to college but flunked English. But I have 2 New York Times bestsellers. See, I told that English teacher it didn't matter. I should have been as smart as you and never went. Yeah. So noeticgames.com. See your games, and you're coming up with new ones, and now you have this company that you and your other buddy has started, and you moved from Florida to Colorado, and you're going to have to buy a whole new wardrobe in 2 more months
Yeah.
as soon as
Yeah.
the snow comes. But you're on a takeoff of a whole new career for yourself, and
Yeah.
just figuring out how to use the system, isn't it?
Yeah. It's,
Otherwise, you'd still be working for a game company, right?
yeah. And I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, but it's also
Yeah.
like I'm young and life's too short to not
Right. Well, you're
take a
not going to,
shot.
you knew instinctively you can't grow as much as you want to grow by staying there. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so now you get out in the world and you're going to fail and work harder and contribute more and have a wonderful life because you're working your butt off every second
Yeah. Something
for
like that.
yourself. Yeah. Well, thank you, Gabe. So fun to meet you and say hello to your partners. It's a wonderful thing you're doing, and it's so nice that at 17 you just go on and get $2,500 on the internet and be a success. Noeticgames.com. Thank you, Gabe.
Thank you.